Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, how are you all? I think you all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well. Dear students, today I have appeared before you to take a class, and this class will be for the students of class 10. And as I am going to discuss about take question, this is important for the students of class 9 also. So all the students of class 9 and 10 and who are the candidates, they can also enjoy this class. So dear students, I am Mahmud Hasan. Welcome you all. Today our topic is take question, and I am going to the screen to discuss about take question. Here take question, at first we shall know the definition of take question. This is the English definition. A take question is a grammatical structure in which a declarative or an imperative statement is turned into a question by the addition of an interrogative fragment. The Bengali definition is শ্রোতার সম্মতি জানার জন্য সেন্টেন্সের শেষে যে ছোট প্রশ্ন করা হয় তাকে টেক কোশ্চেন বলে। শ্রোতার সম্মতি জানার জন্য সেন্টেন্সের শেষে যে ছোট প্রশ্ন করা হয় তাকে টেক কোশ্চেন বলে। Let's see some example and then we shall discuss about them. Habib is a good student. Habiba is not a bad girl. You are a good student. She was not a student. He has taken his meal. They were playing cricket. And here there are 6 examples of take questions. We shall discuss the rules of take questions discussing these 6 sentences. First one, Habib is a good student. Here the sentence is affirmative. Dear students, you have to know that the rules of take question is if the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative. So here the linking verb is we have to use this linking verb to make take question. So take question will be negative. Here the take question is from comma to question mark. After comma and before question mark, this is take question. As the sentence is affirmative, we have to write down negative take. That's why the answer is isn't he. Another rule is when we shall write down negative take question, we have to write down in short form. That's why it is isn't. We cannot write down isn't he. We have to write down is it. We have to write down isn't he. Second one, Habiba is not a bad girl. Here the sentence is in negative sentence, so take question will be affirmative. Here after the sentence we have to give comma and then we have to write down the take question. Here the sentence is negative and take question will be affirmative. Here the linking word is here is, so it will be is she. We have to write down she if the person is female person, and we have to write down he if the person is male person. Here the first one, here subject is Habib, so we have to write down pronoun always. That means the rule is if the subject is noun, in take question we have to write down pronoun. So the pronoun of Habib is he and pronoun of Habiba is she, and we have to write down in small letter in take question. We cannot write down in capital letter in take question. So these are the rules of take question. Then Third question, you are a good student. Here this sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative, and here the operator, that means linking verb, is are, so take question will be aren't you. Here the subject is you, so here pronoun was also you. Now question number 4, she was not a student. This sentence is negative and the question will be affirmative. Here verb is was, so here we have to write down was, and she will be she, and always we have to write down in a small letter, you have to recall it. So the answer is was she. Now the fifth one, question number 5, he has taken his meal. Here the verb is, auxiliary verb is has, and as the sentence is affirmative, the take question will be negative. So if we add not with has, it will be has not, and we have to write down in short form, so it has become hasn't. So and he will be he, and you see that here he is in a small letter. Now the question number 6, they were playing cricket. The sentence is in affirmative form, so take question will be negative. So after comma we have to write down the negative form of were not, and the short form of were not is weren't, and they will be they. So dear students, you see that there are some verbs is, are, was, has, were. I have used these verb to make take question. So these are called operator in take question. These are called operators. So these operators will be used to make take question. That's why these are so important, and we have to know the operators of take question. And I am going to give you the operators. There are 24 operators in take question, and these are am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had, shall, will, should, would, do, does, did, can, could, may, might, need, must, dare, used, ought to. These 24 auxiliary verbs are called operators in take question. We shall use these operators to make take question. That's why you have to remember these 4 operators. That means you have to recall, you have to memorize. So dear students, these are 24 operators, and we have to know the negative form of these operators also, and I am going to give you these operators with negative form. Okay, look here. These are the, in the left side, these are the long form: am not, is not, are not, was not, were not, have not, has not, had not, shall not, will not, should not, would not. And these are the short form. You look, the short form of am not is aren't. Here isn't, are not is aren't, was not, wasn't, were not, weren't, have not, haven't, has not, hasn't, had not, hadn't, and shall not will be shan't, will not will be won't. These are different. Am not will be aren't, shall not will be shan't, will not will be won't, and should not, shouldn't, would not, wouldn't. If you omit just O and give an apostrophe comma, instead of O, then it will be short form. But there are some short form which are different from this. Exceptional. Am not is aren't, shall not is shan't, will not is won't. And then next operators, do not is don't, doesn't will be does not will be doesn't, did not will be didn't, cannot will be can't. This is also different one. You will use only single N for short form. Then could not will be couldn't, may not will be mayn't, might not will be mightn't, need not needn't, must not will be mustn't, dare not will be daren't, use not isn't, and ought not oughtn't. Dear students, these are operators, and these operators will be used to make take question. So dear students, let's begin to discuss the rules of take question. The first rule, take question of affirmative sentence will be negative, and I have discussed at first with you that if the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative, and if the sentence is negative, take question will be affirmative. So here all 5 sentences are in affirmative form, so all take question will be negative. Here the first one, he is a good student. Here the operator is, you see, here the operator is. So the short form of is not, is, isn't, we have learned already from the operators. So the answer will be isn't he. Here the subject is also he, but it will be in small letters. We cannot use capital letters in take questions. Okay. Now the second one, she was a clever girl. She was a clever girl. This is also an affirmative sentence. Here the operator is, was. First one was is. Here second one, the operator is, was. So we shall use this operator to make take question. And as the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative. So dear students, what is the short form of was not? The short form of was not is wasn't. So answer will be wasn't she. Here subject is she, so here also we have to use she. The answer is wasn't she. Okay. Now the third one, they were playing cricket. Here the operator, and we have already learned this operator. Here the operator is were. We have to use were to make take question. So if we use a not here, it will be were not, and the short form is weren't. So the answer will be weren't they. Here the subject is they, so answer is weren't they. Then the fourth one, you have done a mistake. Here the operator have, so answer will be in negative form. Negative form is have not, and short form is haven't. So answer will be haven't you. Here subject is you. Okay. Then the fifth one, that means last one. Here question number 5, it is raining. Here the operator is. This is the operator here. We have to use this operator to make take question of the sentence. And the long form of negative form is not, and short form is isn't, and we have to always use this short form to make take question. So the answer will be isn't it. Here the subject is it. So answer is isn't it. So dear student, this is the first rule of making take question. Now I am going to discuss with you the rule number 2. The rule is take question of negative sentence will be affirmative. In the first rule, we learn how to make take question of affirmative. Now we shall learn how to make take question of negative sentences. And I told you that if the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative. If the sentence is negative, take question will be affirmative. And there are 7 sentences here, all are in negative form, negative sentences. So all take question will be affirmative. So dear students, I am going to discuss this rule. The first one is I am not a doctor. This is a negative sentence, so the take question will be affirmative. Here operator am, so we have to use this am here to make take question. So the take question will be am I. Because the sentence is negative, take question will be affirmative. Here subject I will be I. And we see that some students to write down I in small letter, but it's wrong. I will be in capital letter. Okay. Dear students, now I am going to the second one. We shall not do the work. This sentence is also negative sentence. Here the operator is shall. So shall will be used to make this take question. So the answer will be here operator shall. Shall will be here and we have to use we as subject. So answer is shall we. Then the third one, you haven't done it. This is a negative sentence and we know that the take question of negative sentence will be affirmative. Here the operator is have, so have will come here to make this take question. So the answer will be have you. I think you have understood. Dear students, now I am going to the question number 4. The question number 4 is he meant come today. Here the operator is may. So may will come here to make this take question. It will be meant he. It will be may he. That means sentence is negative and take question will be affirmative. Now the question number 5. She mustn't do it. She mustn't do it. Here the operator is must. So must will come here to make this take question. We shall write down must and then a subject. So answer will be must she. And now the 6th one, they will not go there. Here the operator is will. So the take question will be used using this will because it is an operator and we have to use operator to make take question. And at those who have joined now, I would like to say that at first we have discussed about operators and we have 24 operators. According to these operators, we have to make these take questions. So here will is an operator, will be used to make this take question. So answer will be will they. Now the last one here of rule number 2, it mayn't happen. This is a negative sentence, so take question will be affirmative. Here the operator is may, so may will be used here. So answer will be may it. Here the subject it, so the answer is may it. So dear students, this is the rules number 2. Now dear students, we have understood that the two mother rules are: if the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative, and if the sentence is a negative, take question will be affirmative. These two rules are mother rules. We have to follow these rules to do take question. Okay, now I am going to the rules number 3. This is the rules number 3. Here subject of take question will be pronoun, and I have discussed at first, if the subject is noun, take question will be pronoun. Here we shall discuss 5 questions. First one is, Shamim is a tall boy. Second one, Shamima is not a short girl. Third one, Ratan is a good student. Fourth one, Ratna is not a bad student. And last one, Rohim and Korim are friends. Dear students, these are the questions, and we shall discuss now how to make this take question. Dear students, here the first one. Shamim is a tall boy, and you see that this is an affirmative sentence, and according to the rules, this will be, the take question will be negative. Dear students, so here operator is, and is will be used to make this take question. So is will come here, and then pronoun of Shamim will come here. So as the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative. So is will come with a negative form, isn't, and he has come instead of Shamim, as Shamim is a male person, and this is the answer, isn't he. Then second one, Shamima is not a short girl. Dear students, you see that the first one was affirmative, now the second one is negative, so answer will be affirmative. Here the operator is, again is, so is will come here to make this take question. So the answer will be, is she. As the sentence is affirmative, take question, as the sentence is negative, take question is affirmative, and we have used she instead of Shamima, as the subject is a female person. Dear students, now I am going to the third one. The third question is, Ratan is a good student. Here the operator is. So is will come here with negative form, and the negative form of is not, in short, isn't. So answer will be isn't he, as Ratan is a male person, we have to use a pronoun he. Okay, all the time pronoun will be used in the question. Then the fourth question, Ratna is not a bad student. Here the sentence is negative, so take question will be affirmative. So here operator is will come here, so the answer will be, is she. As the sentence is negative, take question is affirmative, and she is used here instead of Ratna. Now dear students, these four, Shamim, Shamima, Ratan, Ratna, these are in singular. Now the fifth one, Rohim and Korim, here the subject is in plural form, and the operator is are, so these are will come here to make this take question. So the take question will be in negative form, and the short form of aren't, are not, is, aren't. So answer will be aren't they, and they has come instead of Rohim and Korim, because the subject is plural, so we have to use plural form. Here we had to write down he instead of Rohim and he instead of Karim. Here he plus he is equal to they. Singular plus singular is equal to plural. So the answer is aren't they. And this is the third rule of take question. Dear students, I am going to the next one. That means rules number 4. And rules number 4 is take question of imperative sentence will be, will you. Here there are 6 questions of imperative sentence. Do the work, push the letter, don't go there, shut up, while your own machine, don't hate the poor. Here we can use different types of take question, but we should use only will you to avoid controversy. That means when we will get any kind of imperative sentence with not or without not, we will use here will you as take question. So answer will be will you for all these take question. Shut up, will you, while your own machine, will you, don't hate the poor, will you. So you have to recall, that means you have to remember that all the time. If you get any imperative sentence, answer will be will you. Now I will go to the next rule of take question, and this rule is of let us or let's. These are also imperative sentences, but if we get object us after let, in short form or in long form, we have to use shall we. You just memorize this answer. If you get let us or let's, you will use shall we. So all the answer will be shall we here, as all sentences have been started with a let. Not only let us or let's. First one is let's play. It will be shall we. Second one, let us discuss. It will be also shall we. Third one, let's. It is in short form. Shall we. Let us solve the problem. Shall we. Let's drop the matter. Shall we. That means one thing, let us, this is in long form, and let's is in short form. This is not a matter. If we get let's or let us, we will answer just shall we. I think you have understood this rule. This is very easy. And then I shall go to the next one. And the next rule is rules number 6. Let me or let him or let her. After let, the object of I, object of he, object of she, without us. If we use let us, we shall use shall we. If we get let me, let him without let us, we shall use will you. So let me go out, it will be will you. Let her come, will you. Let him do it, will you. Let me do it, will you. So dear students, we have got 2 rules of let. If we get let us or let's, we shall write down shall we, and others will be in will you. Now I am going to the next one, and this one is rules number 7. Take question without operators. And at first we have discussed about operators, and we know that there are 24 operators, and I have given here 4 questions. There is no operator in these 4 questions, and in this case we have to use do, does or did to make take question as operators. and we know that there is no auxiliary verb or operators in present indefinite or past indefinite. In present indefinite we shall use do or does, and for past indefinite we shall use did. So dear students, here the first one, we go to school. This is in present indefinite, so we have to use do or does. As there is no s or es after verb, we shall use do. And look at the second question, he goes to school. Here verb is goes, and after go we see es. That means if we get s or es after verb, we shall use does to make this take question, and without s or es we shall use do to make this take question. So dear students, the answer of first question will be don't we. As the sentence is affirmative, the question will be a negative. So negative form of do not is don't, and here the subject we. Okay, so the answer is don't we. Dear students, now the second one, he goes to school. So this is a sentence of affirmative. So take question will be negative. Here, as there is no operator, you have to use does. So as the sentence is affirmative, take question will be in negative. So negative form of does not is doesn't, and here subject he. So answer will be doesn't he. Now the third one, she went to school. Dear students, you see that this is an affirmative sentence of past indefinite, and I told you that we shall use do or does for present indefinite, and did will be in past indefinite. And as the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative. So the short form of did not is didn't, and the subject she will be here she. So answer is didn't she. Now dear students, the last question of rules number 7. Here this question is you do it, and there is no s or es after verb. This is in present indefinite. If there is no s or es after verb, we have to use do, and the short form of do not, sentence take question will be negative. So short form of do not is don't. So answer will be don't you. So dear students, when you will do these take questions, if you do not find any operator, that means we have learned already 24 operators. If we do not get any operator, we shall use do, does or did to make take question. Now I am going to the next rule, dear students, and this next rule is, if we get nobody, somebody, everybody, no one, none, someone in any sentence, we shall use they as pronoun to make take question. Look at the first question, nobody went there. This is in past indefinite, and there is no operator here, and we have already discussed about this. And if we get past indefinite, we shall use did, and as this is a negative sentence, the take question will be affirmative, because here nobody is in negative form. So take question will be affirmative, and operator will come from past indefinite, and operator is did. So answer will be did they, and they has come instead of nobody, and this is the rule. Instead of nobody, we have to use they. Second one, somebody will go. Here the operator, we have got this operator, so it will be very easy for us to make this take question. Here will, and we know that the short form of will not is won't. If you make mistake, answer will be wrong. The short form of will not is won't. So the answer is won't they. So dear students, now I am going to the third one, none can do it. Here the operator is can, so we have to use can to make this take question. And as the sentence is negative, take question will be affirmative. None means no plus one none. If we get none, we have to use pronoun they. So the answer will be can, they. And the last one, every mother loves her child. So answer will be, here we have to use they instead of every, so answer will be don't they. We cannot use does here, though we see that as or yes, es after verb, as after verb. Though as after verb, we cannot use does here because we have to use subject they instead of every. They is plural, so we have to use plural verb. And do not and does not is singular and do not is plural. That's why we have to use don't. Dear students, I think you have understood this rule. Now I am going to the next rule. Rules number 9. Nothing, anything, something, everything. If we get these words in any sentences, we have to use it instead of these words. Here the first one, nothing will happen. Here the operator is will. And here nothing has been used. So nothing, this sentence is negative sentence. So operator will come here automatically. So answer will be will it. We can't use here negative form because the sentence is in negative form. Now the next one, something happened, and this is in past indefinite and there is no operator here, and you know that without operator, if we get any sentence, we have to use do, does or did. In present indefinite we have to use do or does. In past indefinite we have to use did. So here, as the sentence is in past indefinite, we have to use did, and the sentence is affirmative, so it will be, the question will be negative form, didn't eat. And the third one, nothing was done. Dear students, here I have got was operator, so it has become very easy to make take question. Was will come here automatically, was, and we have to use it instead of nothing, so answer is was it. As the sentence is affirmative, take question is negative. Now the last one of this rule, anything may be done. Here operator we have got may. So take question will be negative with short form. The short form of may not is meant. The answer will be meant it. Answer will be meant it. And these are the rules of question number 9. Now I am going to the question number next rules. And this rule is, if we get hardly, seldom, scarcely, these kinds of words, negative words in any sentence, the sentence will be negative, so take question will be affirmative. And in this first question, he hardly comes here and there is no operator here, so according to our rules, if there is no operator, we have to use do or does or did. As this is in present indefinite, we have to use do or does. As we have got as after verb, we have to use does. So dear students, this is a negative sentence using hardly, so take question will be affirmative and the answer will be does he. And second question, she seldom goes there. Here there is no operator. Here we have to use do or does. As we have got es after verb, we have to use does. So the answer will be does she. And last one, they scarcely help me, and there is no operator here also, so we have to get help from operator do, does, did. As it is in present indefinite, we have to use do, so the answer will be do they. Okay, this is the rules number 10, and I am going to the next one. And this rule is, a few, a little. This is very interesting. If you get a few in any sentence, this is affirmative sentence. If you get only few, this is negative sentence. If you get a little, this is affirmative sentence. If you get only little, this will be negative sentence. And according to the rules of take question, if the sentence is affirmative, take question will be negative, and if the sentence is negative, take question will be affirmative. So come to the discussion. Question number 1. There is a little water in the glass. Here we have got a little. So dear students, according to the rule, this is an affirmative sentence. So take question will be negative. And we have also got the operator is. So take question will be isn't, and there will be there. If any sentence starts with there, take question will be, we have to use there in take question also. Now the second one, there is little water in the glass. Here there is no a before little, so this is a negative sentence, and take question will be affirmative, and operator is, so take question will be is there. According to the rules of 1 and 2, 3 and 4 will be just like 1 and 2. There are a few books on the table. So here we have got a few, and we know that according to the rules, we know that a few is in affirmative sentence, take question will be negative. So here operator are, so answer will be aren't there. Okay, answer will be aren't there. And there are few books on the table, and there is no a before few, so it is a negative sentence, so take question will be affirmative. And here operator is are, so answer will be aren't there. So dear students, you have understood this well, I think. A few will be affirmative, only few will be negative, a little will be affirmative, only little will be a negative. So dear students, these are today's rules about take question. Thank you very much as you have enjoyed this class, and those who have joined later, I think you should go at first to see the video, and I think if you follow this rule, it will be very easy to do this take question. So dear students, thank you so much. See you again in any next class. Thank you.